We are here in Guwahati Tea Auction Center, the tea lounge. So I'm here with Ms Urmi Muzumdar, who runs an initiative for disabled people. So, ma'am, can you tell us about? I mean, first of all, I think you met with an accident, right?
Yes.
About 10, 11 years back.
Yes.
So, what happened?
Actually, we came back. The accident happened right in Guwahati, inside the city, and it's never outside or we are journeying somewhere. It's not that type. Right
So,
in
that left you with a lot of
lot of
injuries and.
disabilities. I mean, I had broken my ribs, my leg, my hand. What can you say? I've broken all the bones in my body.
But you seem quite fit now. I mean, you're quite, you've recovered, I think.
I recovered. It took me a long time to recover, and I had this in mind that I have to walk. It's more in the mind actually. So
Okay. So now, for last, I think since 1990s, right?
yeah, yeah.
1996,
No,
you
no, no. We started having this program from 1999.
1999, right? So this is an initiative for disabled people.
Yeah.
So even before your accident, you've been associated with this
Yes.
initiative.
I
What's the name of
had.
this initiative?
Sorry.
Name of this
A
organization?
community-based rehabilitation program for
Swabalambhi.
people with disabilities in the rural areas. You know,
Okay.
and this strategy, it's a strategy actually. You can't call it a project. It's a long-term strategy to bring the people with disability into the fold of inclusive development with others as equals.
So this is focused on the people in Assam.
No, it's all over the world,
Oh,
but
it's all the world. Okay.
it takes a long time, and the coverage of beneficiaries is very high. Okay, and it's all disabilities, regardless of age, caste, creed. So it's a big program. So it takes a lot of time. To show you the impact, it will take 11 years. So
Why so long?
because you have to build up from the age of there are people with disability more in the rural areas, you know. So you have to deal with each of them right from birth to 65 years. Facilitate and provide, show them the way how to be independent, how to be, in par with the non-disabled people. You know, there's a history of discrimination, as you know, in the in the field of disability. Even at home they are discriminated. So this is about what we teach them is the right-based approach to deal with people with disability.
So what are the various programs that you run for these people?
We have, we work in 5 metrics. It's first health. For a person to live, you have to, okay, I'll tell you in short. Suppose a baby is born, you know, he has a right to live. Okay? If he doesn't have the right to live, he'll be so many times it has happened that in the rural areas they are discarded, if they find a child with disability, born with disability, they ignore. They are, now it's changing, but when we started, we saw this thing happening. The babies are cast aside. So this is the best strategy, we learned from WHO. It was started and motivated and, initiated by WHO all over the world.
So this initiative is supported by the Indian government, or it's WHO, or it's a joint?
No, we were very lucky, when we started, we were having, this community-based thing was new here in Assam. So we got a lot of funding agencies from Germany. And that time we had this FCRA with which we can, able grants from abroad. Now that FCRF thing is finished. Lot of things were happening, Some NGOs started bringing funds from foreign countries and distributed to terrorists and things like that.
So
So
how
Home
has
Ministry has stopped that. Okay,
okay,
we were very lucky to have funding agencies from Germany through Caritas India.
okay.
Okay,
So currently it's being funded by WHO right now.
no, right now no. We everything is stopped now. Even the Indian government,
Okay.
it has stopped funding for CBR. I don't know why. So we are working with the CSR funds
CSR
from
funds
the
of different organizations. So you have
yeah,
to approach them and
yeah.
get them to give the CSR funds to you. Okay. So what's the age group that you generally deal with?
From 0 age to 65 years.
65 years. And then you equip them with different skills.
First, we deal with health. Okay, it's very important that the child is immunized. If a child born with disability is immunized, and he has a regular, health program as a non-disabled child. We see to that so that he gets all the benefits from the health department. So once he is, when once that is taken care of, we make him ready for him or her, ready for education program. He has to go to school. Parents are not willing to send, so we have to. Lot of counseling is also required. So we'll look after the child in school. Don't worry, you just send him to school. So we have this program. We have a lot of skilled CBR workers, field workers, who are who have the expertise in dealing with education also
Uh, okay.
of the children. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they are the people who
Mm.
are a part of your program.
Yeah, severely disabled children
Oh,
who are going to admitted. I mean, admitted to school now. We have a program for each child, individual programs.
so having gone through the physical, the trauma yourself.
Mm.
So you were okay first, and then you went through the accident, and then you yourself
Mm.
when you had multiple issues
Yeah.
with your bones, and so how did you deal with it, and how was the recovery?
No, recovery took 1 year for me
Okay.
to recover and really to stand straight. And physiotherapy has done magic for me. More than medicine actually. After I have learned my lesson that with physical disability, orthopedic disability, it's more to do with it's better if you go to a physiotherapist instead of taking medicines. And luckily I've got the best doctors from downtown. Huh? Everybody wanted to send me outside. I said no, I'll stay here because I was in lot of pain. I had nightmares of traveling, but thank God I stayed here, and the doctors were great. This orthopedic surgeons of
So one is your physical recovery, and I'm sure there would have been a mental trauma.
yeah,
So how
my
did you
God.
deal with that?
First of all, I thought I'll never be able to walk. That was my first trauma. Then slowly with physiotherapy, once I got through that fear, now I said I can't move out of the house, because I'm too scared to get up in a car. I had terrible time, and slowly it took me 3 years to be, mentally free. And once you go, my best medicine is the rural, villages. I can do anything there, lie down, I don't have to be formal with anybody in the villages.
Okay.
That was my recovery, and
Oh,
especially
so you
with
spent a lot
people.
of time in villages
Yeah, yeah.
during.
We used to stay there, camp and stay. and people are so non-judgmental in the villages. They're so simple, and I loved it. That's my cure actually.
So now, when you undertake these counseling programs for disabled children, so before you yourself went through this, and
Yes,
now having gone through this,
yes.
and are you able to relate to them better, or?
No, when we started in Sonapur, the Moria block, that time, we, our type of thing is not, we cannot uh, antagonize them or, appear ourselves as boss or something. So you have to be really friendly with them. They won't listen to us. So we had lot of doctors going from the Guwahati Medical College for counseling. We saw a lot of disabilities that could be corrected with surgeries and medicines. I mean continuous medicines like a child having seizure all the time. Seizure means your brain is getting damaged with every seizure. The parents won't understand. So they need continuous medicine, which the parents declare that they cannot afford monthly for children having seizures. So we had to take lot of doctors with us first few years, camp camp for all disabilities, and doctors' advice they would listen, Without our advice, they were skeptical. So when the doctors counsel them that your this child will, he needs just one surgery and he'll be able to cycle around. And another disability is your son needs just a slice under the tongue and he'll be able to speak. It's called tongue tie, it's a very
Mhm.
small problem, but they don't know. So we have to make them aware about all this, easy cure. So doctors did help us quite a lot. Even cleft lip and palate, have you seen? Deformity in cleft lip
Yes, yes.
and palate. That, our surgeon was great, plastic surgeon. She conducted with WHO again. She's also, from WHO, and she, uh, collaborated with Smile Train. It's an American NGO where George Bush was also a member. And we had done more than 700 cleft lip and palate surgeries. Now all the children are smiling and they're speaking. It's a huge thing, boost for us, our project.
Great. Sounds very inspiring. So, what is your message for the parents of disabled children?
Parents for disabled children, they have to accept them as they are and let them grow, mix with other children. It's not nothing to get traumatized or to be ashamed of. You know, every everyone is not same. So even a child, one child is different. So what? You have to encourage him and make him grow with the other children, send him to school like any other normal child.
So, what are your plans for Swabalambhi, the organization that you run, the future plans going ahead?
You know, we wish to be, now that we have covered most of the, blocks in the rural areas, it becomes quite, we want to be, facilitators and resource for other small organizations who we can train up so that all the blocks are covered and the impact is seen all over Assam on, I mean inclusive development of disability.
Great, ma'am. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
time, and I'm really inspired with the wonderful work that you're doing. So, wish you all the best for it.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you.